Hey.
I think, are we on? Hi, everyone. I think we're on. Welcome.
Hello.
Can somebody check? Are we good? I think we're good. Okay, we're good. Hi, welcome to the 24th episode, which is crazy, of Tiburion. Welcome newcomers and old watchers. So just a few quick things. Pretty sure next week, the 21st of December, next Tuesday, we will not be playing, since we are going to be having a week off for Christmas. But we will be back the week after in the new year. Or, well, just before, because I think it's the 28th after that. We will be back on the 28th to play another session. So just let everybody know we will be off next week. Other than that, I hope everybody has an amazing Christmas. But I have nothing else to say. Anybody got any other announcements?
No.
Amazing, thanks. You can also go follow us on social media, at Goblins Hollow LS for Twitter for me, and all of their Twitters and stuff is next to their names. So you should definitely go follow all of us on social media. Oh, you can also find this episode and all of the past episodes up on YouTube, on Goblins Hollow YouTube channel, in case you missed any and you want to go back and watch some of the shenanigans that they got up to a few weeks ago. So go subscribe to us on there as well. Amazing. I think that's everything. So, intro. Hey. Oh no, my Twitch. It's broken. There we go.
No, my Twitch.
It's fine. I love OBS. It's great. It's fine. It just doesn't work half the time. Anyway, let's begin. Let's get into tonight's episode of Tiburion. So last time, the characters had headed back to Jorheim, the capital of the Empire, after going on a mission to Redwood Forest. They brought back a new member called Nell, who has been roped in by a magical contract to stay with the group. As they are just mulling around the capital, as they were mulling around the capital, Hamish got a letter from the head family of the Empire to go and meet with them for a meal. Last time they did do some shopping, I believe, around... Right? That's what you guys did? Like, you went shopping?
Yeah, you had a bit of a shop. Yeah.
I think Wester and I went out late at night and we found some skeevy people in an alleyway. Oberon summoned their patron. Not their patron, their pretty familiar, that's the word. There wasn't much else going on, really.
Oh, yes, and you did find out some information as well. From the library.
Did?
From the library.
Yes, I found the name of a book. I don't think Oberon found much.
No, but Hamish did find a cat.
He did. Oh, that's yes. Right. The bacon cookies, the wonderful bacon cookies, which will be in the Tiburion recipe book. Don't worry, they won't actually be made with bacon. They will just be iced cookies. But yes, we are making a list for a Tiburion cookbook for the end of the campaign. Very excited about that, actually.
Why not bacon?
No. No. Not going there. Anyway. That is where we start this week, actually, is in the tavern, with you guys getting ready to head off to the dinner. So, I think we ended at about 5 p.m. It is 5 p.m. now, though. So, what would you guys like to do?
Have we all got our glad rags on? We're all dressed up now, are we?
Yeah, I think we ended a little bit later than that. It was like 6:30ish, and we were going to head over to the house, so we're nice and early to make a good impression.
Nice. Just a reminder of what everyone's attire is like at the minute. And so Hamish right now he's got Willow's old fancy vest on. He's got smart trousers on, and he's got his beard curled out like that, and a pointed mustache, and he's got a nice big stick that he found by a well, which he's using as a sort of improvised cane, that he's sort of crudely carved some etchings and patterns in to make it look like an actual cane. But that's Hamish. I can't remember what everyone else is looking at, but indulge me, please.
Oberon's wearing his black and green with phoenixes and flowers, like kimono.
Oh yeah.
And his hair is all loose because he's tied his hair ribbon around Autumn's neck.
Oh yeah, Autumn, the pseudo dragon, yeah.
The
awesome.
cutest of pets.
Yeah.
Yeah, Laura's sort of in her usual outfit. Her hair is
good.
down as opposed to being tied up like it usually is. She got her little bow tie on, and she's in her skirt rather than trousers.
Oh.
Cute.
Is Nell still covered in leaves?
No, I removed all leaves from my hair and redid it so it's actually tied up nicely. I have a nice shirt that Laurel kindly gave to me to wear, seeing as I don't have nice clothes. Yeah, and I have a nice pile for Hamish to give to him later of leaves and sticks.
Beautiful, he can't wait for that. And
Last but
Wester's
not
just
least.
hench.
Yeah, I'm still in my armour.
Oh yeah, you wanted to send a message, didn't you?
Yeah.
What
Awesome.
could possibly go wrong?
Like combat rolled out, you
So
guys are
much.
fucked.
Oh no, Oberon's
Yeah.
still got his leather armor on underneath.
I don't wear armor anyway.
Oberon's got his American football pads on, just like
So,
For a fancy
guess
meal.
I think yeah, we could start heading over.
I was gonna say, on the way
sure.
over, I imagine Law's trying to lecture everyone on like correct table manners and pleases and thank yous and just like general politeness rules.
Right, I'll get into Hamish a second. Hang on, right, Scottish accent, right, ginger beer, okay, yeah. So, right, so go through that again, Law. Right, so you're saying don't bring a trough with us and dump it all in the trough.
Do not eat
that
from a
right?
trough. No trough under any circumstances.
Right, no trough. What else you got?
With cutlery, you work from the outside inwards, so you usually have the smallest ones first.
Do you mean I've got to sit outside
yeah.
and eat while everyone else is at the table? That's ridiculous.
No,
Never
no.
heard of that before.
No, you don't need to go outside. There's cutlery, knives and forks.
Oh, you mean like from the outside?
Yeah, from the outside
Right.
of the yeah. You've got the plate in front of you, and then you've got your cutlery lined up either side. You work outside in.
Okay.
And dessert spoons will be at the top. Eat slowly. Do not speak with your mouth full. Just
Well, that's
generally
silly.
maintain pleases and thank yous.
I'm always polite, you know that, Law. Don't be silly.
Okay, I'm sure we'll be fine. I just
Okay.
want this to
I'm
go
not going to lie, I'm a bit nervous. I don't really know what this is about. I can only assume that it's about my little misdemeanor. So, I'm glad
Quite
you guys
possibly.
are coming along. You've got my back, right? You've got my back, all
Always.
of you.
Of course. Like you said
Nell
before, we're
doesn't
in this
seem
together.
so sure. Okay. Alright, so we'll head over, I guess, and just
Yep.
and knock on. I mean, what are we dealing with here? What does it look like?
Okay, so you guys head over to the Ivan family mansion. As you walk up, there is a white cobblestoned path that leads from the street for about half a mile down a private drive. The drive winds and twists through large gardens full of hedge mazes and hedges that have been trimmed into beautiful different shapes. Gardens of many different flowers that have all been perfectly planted in rows, or creating pictures along the ground, until you come up to a large white stone wall. In between the two pillars of the wall, there is wrought iron gates that have also been painted white. Beyond the gates, there is a small courtyard, well, small in comparison to the rest of the gardens, fairly big for what you guys are used to. In the centre, there is a large fountain that is chiselled dolphin shape, and out of the mouth of the dolphin spurts the water into the pool below. The white path goes around the water fountain and back out the gates. Behind that is a very large mansion. There is steps leading up onto a raised platform that leads to the door. The flat platform being covered by a white tiled roof, held up by 4 pillars intricately designed to look like brambles and roses curling up the stone. But behind that, everything is pristine, clean. A lot of care has gone into this place, and to keep it the way it was originally designed. Behind that, there are doors, large, leading into the foyer of the mansion, currently closed.
So we're stood outside on the.
Yep, you guys are stood on the outside of the wrought iron gates, just on the outside of the courtyard.
You think they spent enough money on all this?
I know. I want to kind of quote that. Was it Shrek when he walks up to the castle and he's like, "Do you think he's compensating for something?" So I kind of want to say that, but I have not said that. So yeah, it does feel a bit like that.
These are the people who run the entire empire. It's not hard to imagine why they have such a large place.
So these are the people that have made all these silly rules about not looking at a pigeon on a Sunday or whatever it was.
Yes. These are the people, yes.
Okay, Wester, thank you. These are the people. Well,
Maybe don't insult their rules. Just
I'm getting it all out now, Law. I'm getting it all out now.
I appreciate that.
Sit and have a nice meal, and I can get back to my pile of leaves.
Okay.
I'm not
Is
ringing
there-
the doorbell.
I was gonna say, is there like a doorbell or something? Or do we just have to
Yeah,
open the gate?
there are. So you can open the gates. There's nothing stopping you from doing that. But there are 2 large door knockers on the door.
Just kind of like grab it and just like let it drop.
Okay, so as Nell goes up, and I mean, you pick it up, it is solid metal. It is very, very heavy. You just hear a sort of rattle throughout the mansion, and a couple of seconds go by before anything happens, and then one of the doors starts to open, and dressed all in black is what seems to be some sort of server or manservant. Meg, just to let you know, there's a lot of background noise coming from your end.
Yeah, I'm trying to.
Okay. Seems to be some sort of manservant or server. He is fairly young, maybe about 16, 17-year-old male human who's got sort of cut back hair, trimmed nails, clean shaven, very much kind of a baby face. Obviously he is there to look pretty, essentially. And as he opens the door, welcome. I assume you're here for the dinner with Mr. Ivan.
I'm not saying shit. It's up to you guys. I'm hanging back just in case I say something stupid.
I mean, I assume I'm closest to the little dude.
Yes, since you knock the door, you probably would be right next to him.
Yeah. Okay. Hello. Yes. Here for dinner. This is Hamish, and Nell's gonna point them out.
Hi, good evening. Nice to meet you. You're looking mighty fine. like that, lol? Was that okay?
That's lovely, Hamish.
You're looking mighty fine. Yes, that's the way to greet people.
I don't know, Nell. I don't know.
Good evening,
Don't
sir.
let my-
I'm Law. If you could please show us the way into the building, that would be wonderful. Thank you.
Of course. Please, come on in. If you just want to come wait in the foyer, and Mr. Ivan will be with you any minute. He's just preparing the dining room for the feast. And he sort of opens the door and opens up an arm, essentially, to invite you guys into the foyer of the mansion.
Oh my word. This is some place, this. Oh my word.
So as you go in, the floor is tiled with white quartz and marble staircase heading up with a dark oak banister. The centre of the stairs is, as you would expect, laid with red carpet with golden edges. There are marble tables that hold centerpieces of very expensive vases and large, from what you can assume, very expensive flowers. You have lilies, you have orchids, other flowers that you would not expect to see in just the ordinary florist. These have obviously been imported and probably very expensive. There is a large chandelier above you, made out of diamond and crystal, holding, from what you can see, about 15 to 20 different individual candles that light up the entire foyer. And behind the stairs there are 2 doors, and then there are also 2 doors to your left and right. And as you're led into the foyer, Andwick gives a small nod and scuttles off into one of the doors behind the stairs.
Andwick, okay. Okay. Right, so we just wait, I guess, until we're summoned, I suppose. I mean, have any
I
of you been
think
to a
we just
fancy
wait
banquet
here
before?
until Mr. Ivan comes, like Andwick has said.
Right,
Everyone
okay, we
glances,
just...
glances around. Does he see any sort of like seat?
Any
You know,
what, sorry?
Sometimes there's like you know how in some fancy places they have like these really nice plush
No.
chairs.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah,
Benches.
there are some benches. They don't look too comfortable. They also seem to be made out of a quartz marble type stone, but they are cushioned with red velvet pillows that line each of them. There's about 3 pillows on each seat, and there are 2 seats either side. So you are welcome to go and sit down on them if you wish.
Yeah, Oberon's going to do that.
Hamish is going to have a look around and see if there's any, like, portraits of them or anything, so he can get an idea of what he's dealing with, what they might look like.
Contrary to what you would expect in a place like this, there does not seem to be any portraits of them. In fact, there's no art on the walls whatsoever. They're very plain, very minimalistic. The main centerpiece of the room is supposed to be the chandelier.
Okay. Can he see a preferred escape route anywhere should shit go down?
The only escape route you see at the moment is the front doors that you entered.
Not exactly ideal. They'd be
Always
expecting
been,
us to go through doors. Right, Hamish is going to sit down next to Oberon then.
Okay. Suddenly, as you guys are just discussing this and taking seats, you hear somebody coming down the stairs, and there's obviously a small landing at the top of the stairs, which a woman just sort of stands. This woman is tall. She's about 6 foot. She has rich chocolate brown hair that falls down to her shoulders, and just at the bottom, and sort of at the bottom, it starts to slightly wave. She has emerald green eyes and a very beautiful, warm, and sincere smile. this woman you see is dressed in a long green velvet dress and wears a very pretty and delicate diamond necklace around her neck. And she starts walking down the stairs towards you, smiling at each one of you in turn as she descends the stairs until she gets to the bottom and heads over. So who's standing sort of furthest into the room?
Sat of you three, as in Law, Nell, and Wester, because me and Oberon are sat down.
Yeah.
I would imagine me if I've walked in first.
Okay. This woman approaches you now and holds out a hand towards you.
Oh god. Okay, Nell, like, goes to kind of, like, awkwardly grab their hand back and do this weird kind of, like, bobbing.
Just starts bobbing.
Oh, you bowed, you curtsy? Like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
She takes your hand and... It's okay. You don't have to bow to me. I am Molly Ivan, Joro's wife. It's very nice to meet your acquaintance. And who may you be?
Hello, I'm Nell. Lovely to meet you. You're very nice.
It's very nice
these
to
are
meet you.
companions. Just kind of gesturing wildly.
She looks around at the rest of you.
Good evening, my lady. My name is Law. And this is Wester. She's going to point to Wester, Hamish, and Oberon, gesturing to each of them. I hope you're well
Good
this
evening.
I am
This
very
is
well.
a
Thank you.
lovely home.
Thank you, Hamish. I hope we
Oh,
will not be seeing
yes.
any theft from you tonight.
Oh, don't. Come on, no.
She gives
We
you
are
she
your
gives you a
guests.
small smile to show that she's just joking with you.
Okay. I appreciate the little joke. I'm no thief.
I
but,
apologise.
I'd just like to say, beautiful place. That's
Thank
all I
you.
wanted to say. Thank you.
So, have any of you met my husband before?
Nope.
No, I don't think so.
Yes.
I haven't
Wester?
had the pleasure.
Then
West.
I must warn you,
Wester.
as Wester may be aware, my husband is a little, how can I say, paranoid. So, don't make a fuss if he seems weird. You'll just encourage the paranoia.
Okay. That's fine. I mean, that's not scary at all.
Anyway, please follow me. They should be finished setting up the dining room by now. And she turns and heads towards the door to the left.
I don't
I
like
assume we'll
it.
kind of file after.
Yeah.
It's like a school trip.
Stand up.
It's going to very
Everyone get your
confidently
buddy.
follow her. She's just kind of trying her best to seem at ease.
I'm gonna go close up behind Nell and sort of like a walking shield.
Thank you.
Okay. So, you
You
guys...
say thank you like as a compliment. Like I'm using you as a shield.
Yeah, using me as a human shield.
So, you guys are taken into a large dining room. There is another, but smaller, crystal chandelier hanging from the ceiling. A large dining room table, where there have been seven plates laid out, 5 for you guys, and you can see one for Joro and one for Molly. You can see that there are large windows that look out over the gardens, all of which contain window seating. It's very, very beautiful in here. The floor is carpeted with a very rich red, rich orange patterned carpet. There is almost a white and gold table runner going across the table. And about at intervals, there are 3 lots of crystal vases holding large lilies that almost intrude over the rest of the table. Molly walks in. My husband will be down with us shortly. Please, take your seats. And she heads almost to the opposite end to the head of the table.
Thank you. Where does everyone want to sit?
Oberon sits the furthest away from where where Ivan would be.
Okay. I'm saying, by the way, you guys are all sort of set out in the centre of the table, and there's probably about 4 seats in between you and Molly, and probably about 4 seats between you and the head of the table.
Okay, and there's no one going to be sat there. It's just a gap, is it, or is there going to be people there?
It seems like there's going to be a gap. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Okay. I'll sit down next to Oberon then.
Laura's gonna sit sort of towards the end that Ivan would be sat at.
Okay.
Just because I feel like one of us needs to be closest to hold conversation if necessary.
Yeah, I'll sit Joro's side of Oberon.
Okay.
So I could turn and speak if necessary.
So Oberon, Hamish, Law,
will be.
and I'm assuming Nell and Wester are on the other side of the table.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm so nervous.
As you take your seats, Andwick comes back in with a decanter of whiskey and a bottle of wine. Goes up to Molly, who just... I will have the white wine, please. Andwick gives a small nod without saying anything, pours the crystal glass in front of her, about half full of this beautiful white wine. Comes over to Oberon. What would you like?
Oberon kind of glances to Law. He goes, I'll take... Oh. Just water. Just water.
Okay.
I will bring you the water once I finish serving the alcohol. Next goes to Hamish, and for yourself.
All of it.
What will Joro be having, if you don't mind me asking? Will he be joining me in a whiskey?
Mr. Ivan tends to drink an aged whiskey, spiced from his own special decanter. This, unfortunately, is not the aged spiced whiskey, but it is a whiskey nonetheless, if you wish to have some of this.
I'll have this. So this is the crap whiskey then. I'll just have this, thanks.
Hamish, language, please.
Sorry. This is sorry, not crap. This is the guest whiskey. Thank you. I'll have this. If you've got 2 spherical balls of ice as well, that'd be fantastic.
This whiskey is the one for the guest. It's anything but. Sort of looks over to Molly. It's still very delicate and very expensive. And he
I'm
pours
sure it
you
is.
a
You know,
little
the
bit
best
of
way to
whiskey.
find out is just to drink it. So I'll have that. Thank you. Just fill me up.
He pours you enough to be about 1.5, 2 shots of whiskey in the whiskey glass, and heads over to Law. And for yourself, ma'am?
May I have the wine, please? And can I also get a glass of water, if that's okay? Thank you.
Certainly. He pours you the wine the same amount as he does with Molly. And then heads over to the other side to Wester. And for you, sir, what can I get you?
Nothing. Thank you. And I'll bow my head to him.
Can I not get you a glass of water?
I'm fine. Thank you.
No problem. And heads over now. And for yourself, madam.
I will also take wine, please.
Pours you a glass of white wine. Bows his head to all of you, and then in a brisk walk heads out of the door that you guys originally came from, and then comes back probably about a minute or two later with 2 glasses of water for Oberon and Law.
Thank you very much.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you. I'm glad you're not drinking, by the way, Oberon.
Everyone gives like a withering look to to Hamish.
Oh well, I'm just saying I don't want to be punched again. That's fine.
Don't blow your bagpipes in my ear, then you won't be punched.
Well, I've left them back at the inn, so you're alright. All I've got's my little flute. That's not going to cause too much harm. But we're at a dinner, Oberon, so I'm glad to see you'll be behaving yourself.
So, where are all of you from? I assume not all of you are from the Empire? Raises an eyebrow at Hamish.
No, I'll give you a guess.
I wouldn't want to be impolite, but I'm going to assume you're Luca.
Aye, that's right. You're Luca, aye. But look, I've not been there in many a year. You see, I've travelled here, there and everywhere. To be honest, I don't really consider it my home at the moment.
What's your last name, Hamish?
MacGuffin.
Do you go by any other names? I feel like I recognise
No.
you from anywhere, from somewhere.
I have been the one, but it's not for many a year. I used to be called. Quickly flicking through his notes. Nope. Used to be called Yalago. Hamish Yalago.
You got it. Sorry.
So scroll.
You got it.
Yes. Yalago, yeah.
Yulago. You're the
Aye.
Yulago son. How very
Adopted.
interesting.
Adopted son.
Well, I am good friends with Tila. Not spoken to her in some time though. If I remember correctly, you were kicked out. Yes, well.
How'd you know all this?
Well, as I said, I'm friends with Tila. If truth be told, she wasn't too happy with the decision, but you know how Tal can be. Once he's set his mind to something, there's no changing his mind. Saying that,
Well, you're bringing up some dark things.
Yes, quite. My apologies.
That's quite all right. Look, it's in the past. It's not me anymore. I've not been in there in some time. So yes, I was, as you say, kicked out. But you know what their rules are like over there. You know what you have to do if you're part of the Lagos. I'm sure if Tila would have told you that.
Well, it's what everyone has to do in Yaluka. Hamish, you should know that. Not just the Yalago children.
I know, but you've got a lot of eyes on you if you're one of the.
Yes.
If you're one of the Yalagos.
I suppose there is that.
I did let them down, but at the same time, I'm not overly. I was never overly fond of the place. I was a bit of a black sheep, as you know. So
yes, I'll
leave
heard
it
of
at that.
your misfits. But quite, where are the rest of you from?
I myself are from the Republic.
Oh, a New Age girl. Well, welcome to the Empire.
It's wonderful. I have been so interested in your beautiful countryside, and the libraries here are simply fantastic.
Some of the best in the world. I should know. I organised a couple of the openings myself.
I'm rather impressed, Mom.
Why, thank you. You know, I would love to go and explore some of the other libraries in the Empire, but, well, let's just say Joro does like to keep me here. At which point you sort of hear a grumbling coming from the other side of the door. Almost a gruff sounding voice. Wester, you definitely recognise this as Joro Ivan from when you met him last. Oh, fucking! Burst through the door. Welcome!
Thank you for having us here.
And he sort of marches towards the other end of the table before almost pulling and scraping the chair out and sort of plopping himself in there. Whereas Molly has dressed up, she looks beautiful, she looks like she's about to host. He looks like he hasn't long gotten out of bed. His hair is ruffled, he hasn't really dressed up. He seems to be in just generic everyday clothing for him.
If I knew this was a pyjama party, I would have dressed differently. He doesn't say that out loud. He gestures that quietly to Oberon.
Oberon kind of like nudges his foot into Hamish's shin with his heel.
Please. Sorry. Okay. But seriously, I've seen that.
Right.
I've seen that.
Well, welcome. As some of you know, I am Joro Ivan. This is my beautiful wife, Molly. Wester, I've already met you, and Hamish, I am aware of you. What are the rest of you called?
All good things, I hope.
Good evening, sir. I'm Law Van Doren. It is a pleasure to meet you.
Doran.
Looks towards Oberon and now.
Good evening. I am Oberon.
Hello. I'm Nell. Nice to meet you.
Suddenly you see Andwick, who is flushed and sweating, whereas he's chill and calm before. Now he seems very, very stressed as he almost speed walks to the other side of the table with another canter of whiskey, except this one has a slightly different colour, and there seems to be something sort of in there, like an apple, maybe some spice sticks, things like that. And he goes over and he pours out a glass with a little bit more than he did with the rest of you, of whiskey for Ivan.
Okay.
How long until the
Can
food
Hamish
is
quickly
served?
compliment that?
Yeah.
He's just going to say to Joro that, well, that looks like a mighty fine whiskey you've poured yourself there. I really like what you've done with the blend.
He sort of holds
Just,
it up and swills it.
You know your stuff.
Aged for 30 years.
Wow, check
Takes
that out.
a small
That's
sip.
impressive.
Closes his eyes, sort of swirls it in front of his nose. Oh, puts it down.
Well done. That fair play. He's going to just like do a little clap. That looks like a fine whiskey you've made yourself there. Cheers.
Andwick quickly rushes off out of the room. And after a couple of seconds of awkward silence, about 5 servers all sort of rush in. Oh, what do we have here, Andwick? And Andwick sort of rushes forward and goes, right, so this is tomato beef in kimchi packages. wrapped in, laid on a bed of asparagus. This is going to be one of our many starters tonight. We also have some ciabatta breads coming out with handmade pesto from this morning with cherry tomatoes and some red onion. And as he's trying to explain what this food is, and it smells amazing as it's all sort of coming out very, very quickly, and you can see that he's stumbling over his words and getting quite frustrated with what he's trying to say before he finishes saying that, looks at the rest of you and quickly gives a side eye to Molly and almost runs out of the room as the plates are put down in front of you.
During the chaos, can I drop a quick telepathic message to Law?
Yeah.
Oh, I will say, Molly's the key to this. Keep working on Molly. Keep breaking her down. She's the key to what we need. That's all telepathically.
Law's just going to subtly nod to show that she's understood.
Oberon will telepathically ask Morton to keep an eye on exits, entryways.
Okay. Sorry, I'm trying to change my music and my music is not working. Huh. This is very strange.
Just
Sorry
remember,
guys, give me a sec.
all this food is going to be in the Tiburion cookbook.
Yes, it is.
All this food.
All this wonderful food. This is really strange.
Featuring bacon
Can anybody?
cookies.
Can anybody else hear two sets of music?
I can only hear
Yes.
one. It's
I only hear one. Pretty quiet.
the spooky
Oh,
one you
okay.
usually use in
I can
caves.
hear. There we go. Okay, it was weird playing in the background for some reason. Sorry about that. Yes. So, yeah. Okay, so you guys can do your telepathic messages.
I think if I'm ready to rumble.
Okay, so
In what way?
placed in front of
Let
you.
them find out.
Oh no. Placed in front of you are two small tapas type dishes. One of them being 2 pieces of asparagus that have been steamed. Sitting on top is a parcel of steamed cabbage, which is the kimchi, which wraps around almost a meatball style piece of beef that's been boiled in sort of a tomato garlic sauce. And the second plate contains mini ciabatta breads, which have been toasted over a raw flame, that has got homemade pesto on, seasoned with salt and pepper, a couple of cherry tomatoes, and some red onion cubes sort of sprinkled over the top.
I really wish I ate dinner before this.
Yeah, same.
Yeah. Yeah. Sounds like these would be really good in a cookbook of some kind.
Oh, right.
Right. Hamish is going to stand up and hold his whiskey. And he's going to stand on the chair because he's so short. And he's just going to say, "To the Empire." The gesture everyone else to join him.
Which says pull him down immediately. She's going to glare
One
at Oberon.
ranks down. Ranks down. Hamish.
I was trying to honour the. I don't get this place. It's so confusing.
You guys see Molly give like a small side smile, almost a grin, as she's trying to hide almost the humour in what's just happened, as Ivan looks slightly irritated at Hamish.
Oh, sorry. I'll
Oberon's
just.
gonna mutter under his breath, going, "Quiet. Don't do anything like that ever again."
I was just complimenting it. Okay, right. I'll just eat. I'll just shut up and eat. Fine. Right. Remember what Law said. Outside in. Right. Okay. Here we go. He's gonna really struggle to like eat like slowly and civilized.
So as you see this, you see Ivan sort of pick up one of the packages and take a very, very small bite. Molly does the same with the ciabatta breads. They kind of seem to take like nibbles of it. You know how really posh people are. You know, they don't want to be seen stuffing their mouths. They take this to the extreme.
Oberon kind of like stabs his fork into the meat and just offers it to Mortem.
I feel like I should make a dexterity check or something because he's just so not used to this. Yeah, cool. Ignore that. The meatball just gets flinged across the room or something on the fail. No, I'm good. I'll just politely and quietly munch away.
Okay.
On the food.
So
going to eat like a normal person would.
okay. Okay. So as you're all munching down this, as much as you hate to admit it, delicious food, some of the best food you've ever tasted, Hamish, you just can't help but think that there's just not enough food here. These small tapa-style, tidbits and finger food, it's just... You're used to a larger plate that's full. And as much as this is delicious, it's just not enough.
It's delicious. You'll gesture over to Molly and just be like, am I safe to assume that this is just the start of the food experience that you're providing us?
Of course, this is just the starters. We do have a main course and a dessert coming. And we do have a coffee course as well at the end.
Oh. Okay. That was delicious. It was some of the best food I've had. Just before, as my friends around are just finishing off their food. I mean, thank you for the invitation, but I can't really help but wonder why you've chosen us to come here, gesturing towards like both Molly and Jura.
Right. As I mentioned earlier, my husband is a bit, and you see almost Ivan's head shoot up at Molly, and she stops what she was about to say and just particular. Well, my husband believes that you may be the best people for a job.
A job.
Yes, a job. And he goes to take a bite and then stops and looks at it, and looks at Molly. Who made this? Are we sure it's not poisoned? Okay. Takes a bite. So, yes. Oh, I need you to go to Loch Cavanham.
Let me just bring out my digital notepad and write that down. Loch Cavanham.
Loch Cavanham. LOCH. CAVNAM. Loch Cavanham.
Alright, I've spelt that totally wrong, but I got it. Loch Cavanham. And why do we need to go there, good sir?
I need you to go and collect a treasure for us that was stolen from us a couple of weeks ago.
Bastards. Okay. What did they steal?
Language.
Sorry. Well, I'm sure the good gentleman would also agree that people that steal such things are bastards.
Quite. They stole our family crest.
Oh my word. Oh dear. Well,
There's
that's
probably
shocking.
a lot of dangers and stuff. But you can go kill them and then bring back our crest.
Why kill? We are good people. Why do you want to kill them? Can't you just capture them and give them a slap on the wrist and tell them to be on
if
their merry way?
any creatures up there will listen to a slap on the wrist, you can go ahead and do that. We don't care. We just want our crest back.
Okay. I mean,
What does your crest look like? I'm not very familiar with noble crests and such.
Well, I don't know because I lost it. Oh no! Oh god! I think it's the snake one. Where's my crest gone?
I'm
pretty
sure
it's
we'll
the snake.
figure it out.
Yeah.
It's fine.
So our crest. You know what? I'm just gonna copy and paste it in. I'm sorry, people are just gonna see random stuff now. He describes that.
Oh, has this gone in there? Okay.
Yes, yeah, I just put it in the Discord chat for you guys. Essentially, for people watching, it's a crest of a snakehead. With
It kind of looks like a soccer football team's crest, like the Cardiff Vipers or something like that. I don't know. It's like with a snake head. You know what a snake looks like. I don't need to describe it to you people. You know what a snake is. Angry sausage.
Oh my
God.
And how do you know that your crest was stolen and is in Cavanum?
Because I tracked it down there.
Quite the skilled person, aren't you? Find whiskey, find tracking skills. Am I kissing his ass too much? Gesture to Oberon.
Everyone subtly nods.
Right, okay, I'll tone it down a bit. Can I ask though, good sir, I mean, I'm sure we'll be happy to do this for you, but we are busy people and you may have heard of my situation.
I'm very aware of your
is there
situation.
any way, would you be able to help me out at all if we can do this for you?
I can give you some leniency on your trial. Possibly. But
I
this
mean, that's
quest
more than generous of you, sir.
is of complete and utter secrecy.
Okay, I don't ask why, but I mean, do my colleagues have any questions about this? I'll gesture to Wester.
Ah, shit. Shit. Fuck.
Well, there's something going on over there. in the Wester
Yeah.
camp. There's a lot of profanities coming out.
I'm just trying to think of how to word it without being really rude to this dude.
Call him a dick.
Just no.
You want me to ask my question while you're thinking?
You ask yours. Yeah. Fuck, do I word it? Shit.
My lord, do you have any idea who could have possibly taken it from you? Did you see the person who stole it? or any clues while tracking them as to who might have been?
I don't know. They were some creatures that I've never seen before. They seem to be after the shiny stuff. Stole some gold and the crest.
Okay. Do you know what? I'm pretty hungry. I mean, how long's the food going to be for the main?
See Meg
We'll kind of
face palm.
There was a visible look of disappointment in her eyes every time Law feels something inappropriate from Hamish. She's just like, oh god, why?
everyone kind of
Hamish.
slowly, jabs his knife.
Why? I don't understand. I'm being perfectly socially acceptable over as far as I can tell. Oh, see, this is where you've got higher charisma than me.
At that point, your empty starter dishes are taken away by Andwick and some of the other servers, leaving empty placemats in front of you.
Mr. Joro, is there any way you would be able to find some sort of license that I could possibly use for magic purposes?
I did hear about the situation with you, yes. And that's one of the reasons why I want you to go on this mission for me. Because
Okay.
if you say anything to anyone, they won't believe you.
That's that's fair enough based on how things are going, but I'm sure you can tell that I'm pretty decent. I'm not a bad dwarf in any way.
Tell you what, do this mission, and depends how much you mess up, and I'll see when you get back.
That's more than generous. Thank you, good sir. And thank you again for inviting us to this wonderful home with your wonderful food and your beautiful wife and your very, very efficient service person as well.
At
A
which
bit
point
sweaty,
the
but
door
still.
opens and the servers come back in with another plate of food. This seems to be a boiled rice mixed with spinach, with some cod, crushed nuts smothered over the top, and pesto sauce on the side. There is some boiled long stem broccoli, and they just place the dishes in front of all of you.
Oh dear. Oberon, I've got a bit of a problem here. I don't like fish. What can I do?
Vegetables.
I'm not a big fan of veg either, Wester, but I mean, it's been tainted by the fishiness. So, it's... Oh no, I'm gonna have to eat it.
Yes, you are.
Is there a dog?
No, there doesn't seem to be any dogs or anything in the Ivan household.
Oberon sighs and will telepathically tell Mortem to go to the shoulder that's closest to Hamish.
Okay, he
And
does
he'll
so.
look to Hamish. Go. If you're
Okay,
careful, Mortem could eat it.
okay. I'll start to feed Mortem. And just
Sideways.
Go ahead and
This
make a
is-
sleight of
this
hand
is
check.
This is delicious. Oh. I do love fishy veg. Sleight of hand.
Yes, please.
Could Oberon help by kind of like leaning to make it? Hello.
It's a 17.
That's a 17. Never mind.
Yeah, I'd probably say with this, not really, unfortunately. 17.
Help. Like, here comes the aeroplane. Is that what you think of? Helping.
Is there a problem, Hamish, with the food?
No, not at all. Not at all. It's still so yummy. I really like fishy veg.
Ivan sort of raises an eyebrow.
Did you catch this fish yourself? You seem to be quite skilled in whiskey making, tracking. Are you a fisherman, perchance?
How does the dragon like the meal?
Well,
I can hear Megan cackling from the other fucking room. You're right there, Meg.
Well, we gotta feed the dragon somehow, and it's his favourite. I mean, he's as much as part of the group who will be helping on this quest, just as much as the rest of us.
Sort of look up at the dragon, who is now trying to throw up the fish that you've just fed it.
Oberon, control your beast.
That's why you don't have a ferret or a gerbil. He kind of trying to gets like a napkin to try and help and like turn away to try and help him.
As he sort of spitballs
Hamish
up like a whole nut that Hamish has accidentally fed it that got trapped in its throat.
Oh, I'll come clean with you. I'm Mr. Joro, Mrs. What was her name?
Molly.
Thingy. Molly. Aye. I'm actually allergic to seafood.
Andwick! And Andwick comes running in, looking flushed and nervous. I told you to make something our guests would enjoy, and you gave us fish. And he sort of, I'm sorry. I hadn't realised there would be a problem with the fish.
It's okay.
Take it away. Take it away, and bring us the dessert. And Andwick sort of
really guilty.
Gives a quick nod and starts collecting up almost the full plates of fish from everyone, and almost shuffling with arms full of dishes and food. He sort of almost goes over, and some broccoli sort of falls off onto the floor, and you just hear Joro Ivan just as he sort of runs out of the room with his armfuls of dishes.
Oh dear. Well, thank you for that. That was delicious.
My lord,
Best fish.
am I under the impression that, given we are doing this mission, Hamish is allowed to continue using magic in the Empire without a license for the purposes of completing this mission?
For the purpose of this mission, he is allowed to use magic to protect himself and you lot, and that is it.
Can I just say though, but if someone sees us and I'm using magic, and I shouldn't be using magic in the eyes of the law here, but this mission is supposed to be secret, so how can I say that I'm on this mission so it's
Going
okay
to
use
be
magic?
in the middle of a lake? I'm sure you'll be fine.
I can't swim.
He sort of rolls his eyes.
I'm joking. Yeah. I can't swim. I'm
So
pretty
for
good actually.
Hamish.
Boats. Oh, aye, boats are a thing, aren't they?
They are indeed. Master
That's
Ivan,
okay.
thank you so much for your generosity in this instance in allowing Hamish to protect himself and us. We really
Aye,
appreciate
what a
your
legend.
kindness.
Aye, very kind indeed. What a star you are. and so kind to your staff.
Overall, like, lightly, like...
Oh,
stepped
stop
on
it,
his-
Oberon! Stop it, Oberon! I'm gonna go. Hamish is gonna stand up and go sit by Wester.
I'm so tempted for Wester just to go sit next to Oberon now. No, I'll still sit
Ivan
there.
just sort of puts his head in his hands and rubs his forehead. I've made a mistake.
No. Does he hear that? Does Hamish hear it?
He definitely says it's loud enough for Hamish to hear, yeah.
Okay. You have not made a mistake, sir. We may be a bit ragtag, but we are the tip-top cream of the crop, let me tell you. We will get this job done, no problem whatsoever.
You were the
No
misfits.
problem.
Please don't live up to your name. God damn it, please.
Have you seen his arms? His arms. Oh, anybody seeing his arms will just be run away in fear.
We'll sort of
get that
look at
quest
Molly,
back in no time.
who is just hiding her mouth behind her hand. She's very clearly smirking at this interaction and seeing the almost mental pain that her husband is enduring from Hamish right now. However, Ivan looks less than impressed.
Can I turn my attention to Molly and just make conversation with her, just
Sure.
nice to her, be, paladin-esque. A white knight was a...
Yeah.
Just gonna, just ask her about all these libraries that she's opened and, where she wants to go, her hopes and her dreams apart from sitting in a big mansion.
Well,
All of that stuff. Well,
my hopes and dreams is to see my husband be successful.
is that all you wish for?
Yes. Yes.
Can we hear this? Can everyone hear this?
Yeah, they're talking out loud.
Can I check that, please, and see if there's any... Was that a lie? Was that...
Sure, go ahead and roll insight.
That's what I'm thinking.
Unless Wester wants to roll it.
Oh, what are you looking like on insight? I do have a +3.
Let's metagame this shit. You can't stop us.
Can I, while they're doing that, can I make an insight check on kind of how the dinner is going in general, like the vibes in the room?
Okay, yeah, go ahead and make a vibe check.
Is that insight, yeah?
Yeah, please.
Music.
You
I
are.
got +3. I got +3 on
Um,
insight if you want.
You know what? You can do it because you said it. You can do it.
Okay, alright. I can hear
Why did
fight
it
music.
suddenly swap to fight music? Yeah, what is this?
See, I can't hear it on my side. So I'm trying to
Yeah,
swap
no, I
in.
can hear fight music.
I
Yeah.
can't hear
I
it.
can hear
Like,
fight music.
Yeah.
I hear the fight music.
that's because I'm trying to switch it through and see why it won't come through on my side.
Rolling
Hands play
inside check.
very fast.
Rolling inside check. Here we go.
Come on, Hamish. Come on.
It's not bad. It's 15.
15.
Come on.
Is she telling a lie?
So,
Is she lying now?
Meg, you see that this meal is going as well as you would have thought. Hamish is definitely putting his foot in the mouth. Ivan's definitely looking frustrated with the entire situation and just wishing that it is over.
Mm. Come on.
Okay.
She telling
Hamish.
a lie?
Yes. It's almost rehearsed.
Can I
She said it.
telepathically speak to Hamish? Say, what's the gig with her? Like, shuffle, lean my way for if she's lying, lean the other way if she's telling the truth.
Hamish will really exaggerated lean. Just go towards Wester. So not just having a stretch.
I feel like at this point it would be appropriate for Law to try and distract Ivan, but I will do that once they finish their little chat.
I will do that. I will make eye contact with Law, like subtly just shift eyes towards Ivan, like, you know. Like, yeah.
So, Ivan, sorry, Zoro, I just want to say, just a couple of questions about your quest. When do you want us to go and do this? When do we need to finish it by? Do you want it done ASAP or what?
Well, before your trial would definitely be beneficial to you. So as soon as you possibly can.
Okay. Will you be at my trial, by the way? You wouldn't happen to be the judge, would you?
I am not the judge, but I will be at the trial.
Okay, I'll wave to you when I'm in the stand.
Please don't.
Okay, I won't do that. But no problem, that mission, no problem at all. We'll sort that out for you right away. I'm sure, I mean, Nell loves it out in the forest and in nature, so a lake, I'm sure, will be right up Nell's street. Yeah, it'll be fine. I'm just trying to convince him.
Exactly the same thing.
Well, they're similar. They're like nature-y, you know, they're ones...
Nature-y.
Yeah,
Okay.
you know, it's not... There's no buildings, you know what I mean? It's nature, lake, forest, grass... you know what I mean.
Suddenly the dessert
You love
is
that
brought
shit.
out. And they are small plates that have got baked meringue nests on them that are filled with a white chocolate cream and are littered with red berries and a forest berry coulis. And next to it they also bring out a dark chocolate tiramisu, which they place in front of all of you.
Ooh. Page 145 of the Tiburion cookbook, I see. Beautiful.
While this is happening, can I telepathically speak to Lady Ivan and say, have an inkling that you are maybe pulling a facade? If you are in need of help, move one of your cutlery pieces. Say this all telepathically while just like, you know. And I'll watch out of the corner of my eye, I won't be like staring her down.
She just picks up the tiramisu and takes a bite, not touching any of her cutlery.
Okay.
West has just dropped us right in the shit.
All of you have been dropping us in the shit the entire fucking time. None of you have any manners. This is incredibly stressful for me as a person. Let alone how Laura is feeling. God.
Okay.
Should I apologise? No.
Okay.
We're all
Mr.
having fun.
Mr. Ivan, in relation to this quest, would there be some type of reward? Not money, per se, but maybe something else. Perhaps what we attempted to speak about in your office earlier. Perhaps another meeting would be in order.
I assume this is in relation to your father, Wester. And
I didn't want to say it out loud. But
the
yes.
deal that he made with us to help free Hamish.
Yes.
As far as I'm concerned, your father is paying for Hamish to be out on bail right now.
Mm-hmm.
If Hamish comes back with what we've asked, I will consider it. But as of now, he is paying off Hamish's bail.
fine. I will telepathically say to Hamish, take note of what he has just said. Please take note that I am currently paying for your sins.
Hamish is gonna just mouth to Wester, I'm so sorry. I have no idea. I'm so sorry, Wester.
I'll pick up a bit of the tiramisu and I'll go, and you will keep not knowing things until you don't tell them to big families.
Sorry, you guys froze then.
Yeah,
Everyone froze for me as well. I think it might have just been a glitch on Discord or something.
No, I'm sorry, Wester. I don't know what to say. I mean, thank you and thank your father.
The best thing you can do, Hamish, is just let's get this done first, and then we can talk logistics after. Just don't let it bog you down. Despite how I feel, keep being
Okay,
yourself.
let's move on then. Everything's fine. We'll crack on with the day, and we'll sort this out and save the bloody world. Remember that. So, you mentioned the coffee course as well. I mean, I don't know about you, I've already finished my tiramisu. Has everyone else finished their tiramisu?
Some of us are still eating, Hamish.
Sorry, I know, as you said before, that's rude. I apologise. Please enjoy your meal. I will sit here in silence and wait.
I just imagine Hamish picking up Wester's plate, while he's not looking with his own spoon, taking bits off.
Hamish will do this.
I'll act like I don't notice, even if I do. I'll let him get away with it for now, to make him feel better.
Okay. And as you all finish your dessert, they come out with a small cup of espresso and a small biscuit just on the side as kind of like a palate cleanser. And they just place the coffee in front of you all, and again, leave as quickly as they can.
Cheers to good questing and great futures. Cheers all. Well, no one cheers me this banquet. What's going on?
It's not your place to make the cheers.
Oh, I suppose you're right. I didn't realise that was a...
It's for Lord Ivan to do.
I do apologise. Lord, I'm sorry. Does he have a beard, by the way, DM?
No, he does not.
He does not have a beard. Have you ever thought about growing a beard there, Lord Joro?
He seems to ignore you.
Right, fine. I'll just talk to myself and drink my espresso. Oh,
I think at this point, Hamish, it might be wise if you were to stop talking altogether.
okay. I will.
Thank you. My Lord Ivan, might I be so bold for a moment to say, Hamish is not as bad as he first appears. I know he can be very rough around the edges, but I assure you we are fully competent, and this mission will be carried out with the utmost secrecy. We will return with your crest as soon as possible, and we thank you for this opportunity to serve you and the Empire.
I saved the cat earlier today as well.
Fuck you now.
Okay, sorry.
Thank you, Hamish, for that wonderful contribution to this conversation.
Zip. I will say no more. You carry on. I totally agree with what Law says. Zip.
Allow me to rephrase. We are all fully competent except Hamish, and the rest of us do our best to keep him in line.
I make a note Law said that, as I am your healer. Let me just make a note.
You're the one currently going to get us all executed.
It's not cool.
Yeah.
What happened? Don't worry about it. I'm trying.
Has Hamish eaten his biscuit?
I'm waiting for the DM to say roll investigation. No,
To see if you've
Yeah,
eaten
he's
your
eaten it.
biscuit.
fuck you. It's mine.
I will, because I feel bad for Hamish, I'll slowly, like, palm him the biscuit under the table.
Nice.
I'll slowly palm him.
Thank you, West. Thank you, Westel. Your gesture of peace has not gone unnoticed.
You can be redeemed,
The
Hamish.
best- The great biscuit of forgiveness. Thank
Only
you.
it was the great biscuit of being quiet.
Sorry. Continue. Actually, I am going to mute myself.
I'm just waiting for either of them to cast a silence spell on Hamish. Okay.
Okay, so what are you guys doing?
What's sort of the vibe on Joro at the minute?
He's getting
Is he looking very
irritated.
done with us? Like he wants us to just get out, or
Yes, yeah, he seems quite irritated at this point.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. And is there anything anyone else wants to ask before we politely excuse ourselves? Because I feel like we have been bothering these people for far too long at this point.
No? Okay. With that, we are going to go ahead and take a break. Yeah, so thank you guys for watching so far. Don't forget to follow if you haven't already to get notified when we go live. Also consider subscribing maybe, and yeah, we'll be back in about 10 minutes. Join us for an adventure of a lifetime. Witness kingdoms destroyed, leaders born, with this band of adventurers. Hamish, Oberon, Varel, and Willow. Watch them fight monsters from the very pits of your nightmares. Experience friendships. See family grow into something more. Join us. Goblin's Hollow, every Tuesday. Oh, good afternoon. Welcome. I'm here to let you know that we have merch. Hoodies, notebook, t-shirt, pin, and very much more over in the Redbubble shop. You should go check it out. It's very good. Not only will you look very, very nice, you also support the channel. So go check it out. And then suddenly before you, floating about 5 foot in front of you, 3 foot off the floor, is the unconscious body of Hamish. You can see there is a huge hole in the centre where a fireball has been pushed. Is that you?
Yes, Hamish. I'm here. It's okay. Doxidor, you won't hurt anyone. We're gonna carve you up and burn you.
Hamish's hand reaches up towards you. Come here. Come close.
Oh, I've got you, man. I've got you. Grab his hand.
As you do, you see a glint. A golden dagger. As he thrusts it into your stomach and he looks you in the eyes. My death is your fault. And he jams it up into your chest. A searing pain. A black magical energy from the wound starts coursing out, almost infecting your body around, your flesh turning black and cold.
I am going to turn around and cast Healing Word on Vorel as a bonus action.
He's going to counterspell it at 3rd level.
What?
What the?
If that's the case, then Hamish picks up one of his chains and puts one around his arm and puts the other around Oberon and goes, "You ain't going anywhere away from me then. We're together now."
Wait, did you lock the cuffs?
Yeah, they're locked. Me and
Get to the
Oberon
wall.
are
The ones that are chained to the wall?
They're locked to the wall.
Oh, are they? Loose on the ground. I haven't thought this through. I've got to say, I think this mission is going extremely well.
Hi guys, I'm Law, I am the DM of Goblin's Hollow, and we want to say a huge thank you for all of the support that we've got over the last couple of months. To say thank you, we have a couple of very special things lined up. If we can reach 30 subscribers, Callum is doing a very special Crystal Ball-esque one-shot, which is very, very exciting. And at 50 subscribers, we are also going to be doing a huge giveaway. We're very excited about that, so if you want to be in with a chance to win the giveaway, don't forget to subscribe to us on Twitch and share our stream, get as many people as you can on here, and yeah, we're very excited for that. I said crystal ball. I meant crystal maze. Nailed it. Welcome back. So just a couple of things. First of all, it was Meg's birthday on Sunday. So we have cake.
Happy birthday,
Also,
Meg.
happy birthday, Meg. We love you. She hates me now. It's fine. And second of all...
Is this a Tiburion cake?
Damn it.
This being the Tiburion
It
cookbook?
will be next year now. And second of all, for
Not until character has a
maybe
birthday.
some of our younger viewers, there's a possibility that there's going to be sexual references and imagery in the next part of the game. So please continue with caution. I can't guarantee there will be, but there possibly may be. So just a warning, if you're too young or you don't like stuff like that, there is your warning now. But
Is Wester trying to get with Molly right now? Is that what's going to happen?
Don't worry about it.
Wester is an adult. Wester is an adult.
True.
and
He's
Molly's
the size
hot.
of a child. Oh, hang on, what?
Molly is hot.
Oh, I thought you said she's not. So I was
Oh,
like,
she is. She
no,
is
oh, no.
stunning. She is stunning. But anyway, as we enter back into the world of Tiburion, you guys all sat around the table, having finished your meal with the Ivan family. What would you guys like to do?
Apologise, just out of character.
Over.
Because, yeah. Hamish
Out
is
of character, I do love all of Hamish's antics. It wouldn't be the same without him. In character, Laura's livid.
We all love Callum, not so much Hamish.
No.
Oh, ain't you sweet? Oh.
Hamish ain't bad. He's misunderstood.
He's got, yeah, and now you know his real last name.
Like a gangster. A hard exterior, soft interior. Like Tony Soprano.
He's like,
Like that one guy.
Dime Bar.
Yeah, like that one guy.
No, wait, Dime's hard in the middle. What's soft in the
Okay,
middle?
yeah. Okay, a
Cream
French
egg.
fancy.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
So, are we still in the building?
Yep, you're still in the dining room at the
We're
moment.
still sat at the dinner table.
Right.
Um,
I'm going to scribble a note. I'm just looking at Megan's reaction right now, just to see if Hamish is going to scribble a quick note on a napkin or something to
Well,
Molly.
on the cloth napkins.
Haven't they got? No, okay. I don't know. I just want to. Is there any? Have I got any?
we're
paper in my
writing on
inventory?
the napkins.
Right, fine. No, I don't do that.
I mean, you've all got like paper and journal and stuff.
Right, well, I'll do that then. I'll take out a bit of that and I'll just scribble it under the table so no one can see. And
Okay.
It's just a note, a note to Molly, just saying, this is where we're staying. If you need to, actually no, do I? Because I don't know if you trust her, but she seems.
Sorry, but so you know, husband's really paranoid. He warned us
Yeah.
at the beginning. Do we really want to?
Oh, I don't know, but I'm really worried about
Right,
her
it's
because
serious.
this dude is like, yeah, this dude. We're all out of character now, so let's just have an open discussion. Metagame the shit out of this. This guy's obviously like a controlling, horrible, grumpy, homebrew whiskey making weirdo. So, not there's anything wrong
But she
with that,
didn't
'cause I
touch her
actually-
cutlery when Wester sent her a message. So clearly, whatever situation she's in, she's not unhappy with it. And it's not really our place at this point.
Guy. She's fine.
We could drop it as like, hey, we're staying here in case you need to give us any further details.
Yeah.
Drop it as that, like, point of information rather than run away with
Yeah.
us and escape.
Yeah.
Come along to the carnival.
Yeah.
I'm just concerned for this person who seems to be in some form of danger or discomfort, and yes, and in Hamish's
think
accent,
she's in
he'll turn to
danger.
West.
Yeah.
I
Hamish
just
will
think her
whisper to
husband's a
West.
bit nuts.
Oh yeah, I don't know. I'll leave it. To be honest, Hamish is in too deep with other stuff, so
I will
Yeah.
say Wester would definitely front it for you. You keep Hamish out the water. Wester would front it as his own.
then Hamish will turn to Wester and whisper, like, really quietly. Oh, actually, no. He's just gonna nudge Wester's leg and just point under the table towards Molly and nod. And Wester will know because we had that telepathic conversation earlier.
He knows. He'll just give him like a nod and he'll...
Yeah, as small people, we know.
Yeah, we know. He'll hold on to the note until we're leaving or an appropriate time comes up to pass the note.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what's the note?
So
What does the note say exactly?
Call me later.
the note will say, meet us outside of the
Come on. You can...
blacksmith
Okay.
in an hour if you're in danger.
Are you gonna say
'cause
which
her husband's
blacksmith?
really gonna let her out of the house to visit the blacksmith late at night.
Blacksmith is Wester's dad as well, so...
Well, you come up with a better plan. Just trying to help.
We could
I think
say
just giving out the general information, like, this is where we're staying.
if you need
Yeah,
to
but-
contact us.
Yeah.
I agree with now.
Right,
What about...
okay.
Like, don't make
leave
it
any
weird and
messages?
creepy.
Yeah,
Yeah, don't make it weird with a note.
yeah. Just say, leave any
Just trying to be
information on the
covert.
I
And I
don't-
just thought, what's in this
Paranoid
town?
husband?
yeah.
Like, you're passing notes around?
Yeah, we've already been doing weird, like...
I'm just slipping out to
like,
sharpen my axe. I'll be but an hour.
blacksmith.
Just go go for another one of your late night blacksmith sessions, are you? Yes, of course.
Oh my god. That's my dad you're talking about there, mate. You've got a sick...
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, your dad's a blacksmith, isn't he?
Jesus.
Okay. So if you guys are abandoning that, what what are you guys doing?
Okay. Finish my coffee and stand up and look at both of them and say, thank you very much for your company and inviting us. Nell's charisma is 8, so she's not very good at this. She's trying her hardest.
Okay.
But yes, we'll be on our way, so we're not bugging you any further, looking pointedly at Hamish. But you're welcome. We will be staying at enter address. I don't know where we're staying.
123 Road.
Does anyone remember
Yeah,
the name of the
that
tavern?
I'll do.
I believe it's the Elves Nook.
It's the Nestled Nook or Ales Nook?
The Ales Nook.
Ales Nook? Nestled Nook. Ales Nook. Damn.
That.
Okay.
If you need us at all for any little thing,
Are you like looking at Molly, or are you just saying that out to?
I've kind of been looking backwards and forwards, but when I say that part, I'm looking at Molly.
Okay, make
Doing
a
the Nell Bob.
persuasion check.
Doing a bob. Persuade. Oh god.
Couldn't have picked a worse person to do that.
Yep. I was trying. What did I get? Oh, I got a 16.
Not bad.
Okay, let's see if
Beautiful.
she understands what you're trying to say.
Just creepily
Okay.
staring.
It's down in a biscuit.
Okay,
Where she's just not looking at me the whole time anyway. Okay.
you say that, you get up. Yeah. Are you? So I'm assuming you're leaving then, yeah?
Well, I'm kind of looking at the others to get up to come with me, but sure.
Yeah. But overall, we'll
Yeah.
get up, do like a little bow going, yes, thank you for the meal, the conversation. the job. And he will like.
Aye. Thank you very much, all both of you, and you as well, Silver's person, Anik, or what was your name? Andwick.
And my name's Andwick.
I just want to say thank you, Andwick. Thank you. I just want to say thank you. It's been a lovely evening. I'm not really used to this sort of atmosphere, as you could tell. I hope you could tell that I'm quite a nice, decent dwarf, though, and the rumours about me and the stories that people tell are not quite as they seem. And yes, I just want to say thank you. It's been a lovely evening, and we'll sort this quest out for you. Thank you. As Megan's head is in her hands once again. Every time I open my mouth, I'm so nervous now. I'm just looking at Megan's camera, just like, how is Megan reacting to this? Am I in the shit?
Laura's gonna be the last to leave, and as she's leaving, she's going to apologise for everyone's behaviour this evening and thank them for their hospitality and bow and then leave.
Okay, so as you all leave, are you heading back to the Ale's Nook?
What time is it?
It's about 9:30. You've been there for about 2.5 hours.
Party of the blacksmiths.
Oh, no.
Well, I don't know about you, but I think I need a drink after that.
No, Oberon, my world. When do you not fancy a drink?
Oberon, let's go for a drink.
Right, okay, let's go for a drink. Let's debrief. We'll have a nice debrief back at the Ale's Nook.
I don't want to go to the Ale's Nook. See if we can find somewhere more lively.
Oh, you want to get on
high
it?
taste now. High taste.
Is there like a
We
super
have the
club
money to
here?
do that.
Like
A
a multi-story
super
super club?
Not really. There is a
So a
bar.
rooftop bar?
There's not a rooftop bar, but there is I don't want to say classy, but there is a bar called the Ivy Arch.
Ooh.
Nice.
Which, as you go into it, there is a wooden arch that has been strung with ivy. Sort of enters a small courtyard with umbrellas that are out with a few tables underneath. There is a large window sort of wrapping around the edge. You do hear music coming from inside. There is a band playing, and you do hear quite a bit of chatter. And as you go in, you do see that there is a couple of people. Somebody's playing on some drums, somebody's playing on a lute, somebody's singing. A lot of people are up sort of dancing. This seems more lively than just the regular taverns or pubs.
Does this suit you, Law? Is this what you were thinking? It's got quite a nice vibe.
Just gonna look around and see how many attractive people are in here.
Make a
my
perception check.
God. My God, how shallow have
This-
we become now?
What? This was pre-planned. This is pre-planned. This is the warning at the start. They've discussed this. These two, just for stream's sake. Whoever's watching this, they live together. This is pre-planned. I will not have...
I mean, it's not the first time Laura's gone off trying to look for someone hot to sleep with. She ended up sleeping with the barmaid.
Yeah, in a field. It was wild.
Yeah, it was classy. That's an 8 perception, so she does not see anyone attractive and so leaves.
Well, I mean, you look around, you do see one person, but you only see one
Hamish.
person. There doesn't seem there doesn't seem to be as many people as you were
Hamish wishes.
expecting. There's a couple of okay-looking people, but yeah, only about one
zero
person
out of
really
10s.
sort of catches your eye. He seems to be tall, about 6'2". He's got a light blue skin. He seems to be some sort of water genasi. Just a disappointment in games. You're right, bud. Come back to haunt you.
Happy to stay here if everyone else is. Or we can go find somewhere else.
Do we have some money to drink here?
I have some cash. I'll pay for a round of drinks.
My God. Someone is thirsty in more ways than one. Right. Okay. Well, I'm fine as long as you're buying.
Let's go get a round in and we'll see what happens.
Okay, so you
Sounds
head.
like you get a round eye.
My God. So you head up to the bar person, yeah? Okay, so you head up. They seem to be an elf with sort of shoulder length cut hair, very androgynous looking. They've got very, very pale skin with kind of a twinge of pink. Like a very, very light version of Law's skin. Hi. What can I get you?
We will have a whiskey for the dwarf.
Yeah.
Racist.
Whatever Oberon drinks. Do you not want the whiskey, Hamish? Would you rather a beer?
Well, just because I'm a dwarf, don't always just assume it's always whiskey. I will have
Would you
whiskey,
like whiskey
but
or
that's besides
not?
the point.
Right,
I
then
will
shut
have
up,
whiskey.
or you won't be getting any drink. A wine for me, personally.
Okay.
Nell, Wester, Oberon.
I'll take
Drinks.
whatever's going.
Right, absinthe for Nell.
I feel
Absinthe.
awfully bad. I would not like a drink. I'm very much fine.
No drink?
Oberon?
I feel like we could all use one.
I abstain from alcohol.
Since when?
Since about 25 minutes ago when we came out of there.
To see Oberon's performance last night. It's enough to put anyone off alcohol. Don't blame you at all.
We'll have an apple juice for the paladin, and Oberon, what do you want?
So just because he's a paladin, he has to have an apple juice.
Strongest liquor?
Like a little juice box with a straw.
The strongest
Yeah.
liquor? Okay. Okay.
The
so-
strongest to drink, did you say?
Yeah.
What's that, like a smack in the face with a saucepan?
Okay,
Jesus Christ.
so altogether that's going to be 19 copper or 1 silver, 9 copper.
Oh, classy
And-
that's change.
These are poor people. These are poor people.
Nah.
That, I mean, Oberon's drink is 8 copper in and of itself, and that is a lot of money for these folk.
This is a Weatherspoons.
Yes, basically. It is a Weatherspoons,
Full
essentially.
of old dudes.
Two silver and
surprisingly-
tell them to keep the
Everywhere
change.
you turn, ivy arches everywhere in every bloody town.
I would say, Hamish, yeah, so you get your whiskey. I mean, the one at the Ivan House was the best whiskey you've ever tasted. This tastes like shit compared to the whiskey at the Ivan House. Wester,
This
you
tastes
get
like shit.
an apple juice. Now you get a glass of wine as well with Law. Oberon, they sort of hand you a glass of see-through liquid. I know you asked for yeah, this is vodka, but it's been infused with raspberry. And sort of slips and sort of pushes it over to you. It's the finest and strongest drink we have in the bar. Enjoy.
Can't be both. Final strong.
Is it like a shot or is it?
He seems to have poured you about 2 shots. Sort of the bottom of the glass.
Everyone will like take half of it.
Shots?
It's strong. It's strong. but you can definitely taste the raspberry. And as it burns the back of your throat, it leaves a very faint raspberry aftertaste.
Can I try some of that, Oberon? Just a little sip.
Just a shot.
Roll reluctantly.
Right. Right, you'll have a sip.
It
Oh,
burns.
Christ,
It burns.
it tastes like a badger's arsehole. You can have that back.
Thank
Too strong. Too strong.
Okay. Let's find a seat and take stock of what happened and what we got to do next. And then what's happening tomorrow and etc. etc.
Hello?
We all froze then, didn't we?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
everyone froze.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was just saying that water genasi was looking at you over there.
Yes, I will go flirt with the very attractive water genasi in a minute, but I think it's important that we work as a team to work out what's going on next. Because obviously we now have a mission to attend to. And planning is always useful.
Laura, you're so sensible. I mean, do you ever just live in the moment and just sort of be? You always plan ahead.
I will
Just
in a
do it.
minute. Living in the
Just do
moment.
Just do what's the first thing that comes into your head. It's never got me in any trouble.
The first thing that came to my head would have been to stab you a few weeks ago.
Well, that's quite interesting, really. It's also very, very inappropriate, and I'll take offence to that.
Okay. Well, given the amount of trouble you've gotten us all into.
Your life is 10 times better having met me.
It's definitely 10 times more interesting having met you.
There we are. Then that's all I need. That's all I need. What is life? You know, you've got to keep life interesting. You can't keep it boring. And
Speaking of
happy to
keeping life
oblige.
interesting, Yalago?
Oh, yeah, Yalago.
I feel like there's a story there.
Yeah. Well, as you know, I'm from Yaluka, and I've got I was adopted by, and this may come as a bit of a shock to you all, seeing as you think of me as old Hamish. He's a bit of a not class wise, but a bit of a rogue. Bit of a laugh. But I'm actually fucking royalty. Technically. Technically, I'm fucking
Nellie's
royalty.
gonna choke on their drink a hell of a lot and just start coughing.
Yeah. Overall's gonna blink, turn to Nell and go, "Have I drunk him too much? Did he
So,
Said
say that?"
the Yalago family, am I to assume, is a ruling family somewhere, and they adopted you as a child, and you did something to piss them off, and that is why you were kicked out of Yaluka.
Well, I didn't do anything to piss them off. They've got a way of living over there, but everything else you said is bang on, spot on. I don't know my real parents. I mean, that's that. I don't even know if they're still alive. They might not be, but all I know, my earliest memory is just being found by what turned out to be the ruling family of Yaluka, the Yalagos. And so they took me in, they named me Hamish, they gave me their last name, which once I left I had to get rid of that. And
Why did you leave? What
I
happened?
didn't have a choice. Well, they've got a thing there.
What
They
thing?
sort of put you through. They put you through some sort of trial in Crowleon, which is the city where I'm from, and they put you in a trial after you attend, they got an academy there, the Academy of the Wild. I was there for a week, and it wasn't for me. I thought, do you know what? All of this wild stuff, I'd rather just toot my horn and play my flute and do that. So I decided to be more of a bard, and no one taught it round there, so I taught myself. But they had a trial where you have to basically you get thrown into a very dangerous situation, and you have to survive it to improve yourself on this trial. And I didn't really take to it too well. I didn't take it too seriously, and they said I embarrassed them, and then they told me to go, and I have not been allowed back since. And do you know what? Sodom, who needs him? I've been fine on my own, travelling around and being a bard and doing this, that and the other. And I'm happier for it. Yeah. I didn't want to be a druid, no fucking way. No way. Any questions about that? Seeing as we're laying all of our cards on the table.
Why didn't you tell us?
Got to tell you I'm royalty. I'll leave that past. I know. I'll leave that past behind, because I'm not exactly the royal type, as you could probably tell. And I was worried they wouldn't believe me even if I fucking told you. And I'll leave it all behind. You know, they basically threw me aside. You know, they told me to leave because I embarrassed them and I didn't pass the test. So they told me to go and never come back. And so yes, I'm not really comfortable talking about it, but I think I owe it to all of you to tell you the truth. So I hope that clears that up.
And who's Tila? And I noticed that Molly...
We'll save that for another time. That's too deep.
Because you're
That's too deep.
and you try to keep up in your...
I don't like I said, I don't like talking about it. You know, after all, this is a society that did not like me for being me.
I'll say go ahead, Oberon, and make a history check on that.
I don't think Oberon would know, but 18. No, maybe.
18. Tila and Tal, the two names that were mentioned by Molly. Tila and Tal Yalago are the ruling family of Yaluka and would have been Hamish's adopted parents by that story.
Esther will give Hamish almost like a salute, sign of respect from that, because, you know.
I don't deserve the respect, but thank you. I don't,
Hamish,
after all.
You salute the rank of the person.
Oh, well, thank you very much. To be honest, you know, if I ever go back there, I'd love to get one over on them. I'd love to prove that, look how strong I've become, and look, I don't need the ways of the Academy of the Wild, I don't need their druid ways, I could just be a bard and survive and be strong. I'd love to get one over on them one day and say,
I don't
look
think
at
you'd
what
be
you
able to
left.
prove that from jail.
Yeah.
Well, that's the problem. Hopefully I'll be able to be free and be able to say, look, you got rid of me, but look at me now. I suppose that's why I like money so much.
I mean, if we end up saving the world, then I guess that's the way.
Absolutely.
Perhaps, turning our attention to tomorrow, if we leave around midday to head to the lake, I don't know how long it will take us to get there, but I think given that we're all drinking tonight, it might be worth getting a slightly later start. Don't know what everyone else thinks.
Sounds good to me.
So, out of character, it will take about 2.5 days to walk there. It's just past the Redwood Forest.
Okay.
How long do we have until Hamish's trial?
At this point,
just under 2 weeks.
I think it's about 10 days altogether.
Yeah.
At this point.
Just gonna note that down.
Well, 10 days from tomorrow. From like the next day. So yeah.
What creatures do we know that like gold and shiny things, if any?
Dwarves.
I mean, Hamish, you're not a creature. Don't speak so down of yourself.
Well, that's very kind of you to say. I hope my openness has made up a little bit for all the trouble I've caused.
I can't be mad at you for being you.
And that is all I wanted to hear, because God knows, me being me has got me banished in the past.
Yeah,
So,
I'll
quite something.
apologise for my nudgings. I was trying to make sure you didn't.
Don't apologise. You're making me.
Butts
You're,
in your mouth. Eat the butts
you are.
in your mouth.
Yes, the foot's in the mouth. You're all making me. You're still letting me be me, but you're helping me be a better version of myself. So thank you.
Would I be able to roll some type of check to find out if I know anything from my training what likes, like any creatures? My paladin training?
To be honest, almost every creature that has somewhat even the slither of intelligence likes shiny stuff. Either because it's worth a lot or it's pretty. So you're not really narrowing it down.
What about if I say stuff with the sentience to be able to burglarize a well-guarded, well-armed mansion in the middle of the capital city?
Oh,
Go ahead
hello.
and make. Go ahead and make an nature check.
Oh, Jesus. Yeah, I regret opening my mouth now.
I was gonna say, do we know what sort of creatures live up by the lake? Or the loch, or whatever it is?
Going to ask. Would I know?
You would have heard stories.
You love it.
How accurate these stories are, you're not sure, but you've heard stories of mermaids. You've heard stories of water nymphs and beautiful creatures of the depth. You've also heard one story of an ancient castle that only comes upon the island in the centre on full moons, in which a vampire inhabits it. You've heard many wonderful stories, but in terms of one that would travel down to burglarise a house in the capital, nothing's really coming to mind. You do know, though, that there are huge caverns and tunnels miles long underneath the lake. That's kind of what it's known for. I'm going to say Wester, you'll probably know at least this bit as well, from being from the Empire. Lake or Loch Cavernam is known for having the tunnels that just stretch miles and miles under the surface. There are stories of adventurers that go there and come out being, billionaires. There are creatures there that are beyond your nightmares and treasure that can make you wealthier than all of the families put together. You've heard stories of things being there can start wars and end wars, take over the world or destroy it. These are a lot of myths and legends that surround Loch Cavernam and the tunnels that are below it. So, yeah.
We are going there. That sounds epic.
Don't think we have a
Sounds
choice
awesome.
whether we're going there or not. Being contracted, So
I have spoken. We are going. That is awesome. That's got everything. It's got vampires, treasure, things beyond your nightmares, the world-ending shit, mermaids.
Lauren's got everything cool on a piece of paper and just pushed them into one location. There's motorbikes, tanks.
You know, you may even find a handgun also. You know,
There's a skate park down there, you know.
Oh my god, you should see the
ice cream
swimming
parlour.
pool. Like, no ice cream parlors. We all know how Hamish feels about ice cream parlors.
Yeah.
Oh, come on.
That's episode 1 shit, man.
Yeah.
That's ages.
Yeah, man. Yeah, so those are the stories. As far as,
Episode 1.
you know, you don't know if there is any of those are true, but they're just kind of, you know, like myths and legends that have probably been exaggerated over the years, but those are the stories that are told about Loch Cavanagh.
Okay. I'm just gonna sit and recount the stories to the others.
Yeah, go on.
I'm not literally doing it, Jesus. There's lots of cool shit down there, but it may kill you. There you go.
That is pretty much it, I think.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
spot on.
Right there.
Yeah.
Neat. Okay.
So water genasi still around.
Yeah, you guys have been here maybe 10 minutes altogether. But yeah, the water genasi is still there. Law?
Just checking.
I mean, giving it a minute, I'm still talking to my friends.
She ditches us for night.
Law, we know why you're here. We know why you're here. Yeah.
Like, there was no indication of her doing anything like that other than looking around the tavern when we first entered.
Yeah, you assessed the situation and you were like, yeah, this place will do. As soon as you spotted that blue person over there.
What's your point, Hamish?
My point is, if you want it, go and ask and see.
Okay. What about you? See anyone you like?
I'll check around.
Make
Are
a
there any
perception check.
dwarves?
Make a perception check.
Well, only dwarves. Jesus.
Oh, we called Law
Come on,
Shallow.
man. Jesus.
What am I doing? Perception, yeah.
Perception, yes.
Do I
please.
perceive sexy dwarf? No.
Do we see the florist in here to set Wester up?
It's an 8.
An 8. Yeah, there is the florist there. She's a poor
Beautiful.
woman. This is where she comes to hang out and chill out.
He's there with a husband as well.
Nope, just here.
Like the other halfling.
No, just here. She seems to just be dancing.
Well, we got a mission
Go on,
to
Wester.
do, though.
Go
Got a mission
dance.
to do.
One dance won't kill you, besides we're not leaving till midday tomorrow.
Wester will go dance, but you know how like Zemo dances in Falcon and the Winter Soldier? Just like pumps his arm. That's all he does. He's not a good dancer.
Do you go over to her?
Sure.
Okay, does anybody remember the name that I gave her last time?
No, you didn't give her a name. She
That
was just.
document-
Yeah, I was gonna say you didn't give a name, just florist.
Okay,
I think it was Varel, wasn't it?
alright.
You wish.
Okay,
Well,
yeah, so you go over to the florist, and she looks down and she goes, "Oh, it's you! Hi! Welcome! Hi! I haven't seen you in here before."
I haven't come in here before, apart from this time, obviously.
Oh. Well, welcome to, welcome to the Ivy Arch.
It's dancing, what are you talking? That's brilliant.
Yeah.
Thanks. It's great to be in the Ivy Arch. These drinks are absolutely awful. You know, they're the weak as anything.
What did you get? She sort of downed what looks like a vodka.
Oh, I had a vodka infused with raspberries and, you know, tipping out my drink on like the floor, like swapping it away. Yeah, you know, strongest stuff they had, obviously. I'm pulling on experiences which I've seen people do in nightclubs. Everybody else from nightclubs.
Yeah, make a deception check.
Oh, fuck. Gee. Okay, deception.
Mm-hmm.
Deception. 21.
21. Oh, I love that. Okay, 1 sec. She sort of runs off. And then after about 3 minutes, she sort of shuffles back with 2 drinks in her hands. Hands one over to you.
Oh no.
And you smell it, and it is in fact the raspberry infused vodka that you said that you had. She seemed to have believed you.
You know where you try not to gag when you got like,
Yeah.
smells just like the one I had.
Badger's ass. Smells like Badger's ass, doesn't it?
I mean, it's not supposed to taste good. And she sort of downs it back, and you just sort of see it go, oh, that is horrible.
Well, you know, being as helpful as you were at the florist, perhaps you should have this other one as, you know, a gesture of kindness from me to you.
But I bought the drink for you.
Did indeed, but you know, sometimes it's better to be charitable and to give back to the community.
Does Hamish see this, by the way?
Oh my god,
So
are you the guy who
see
killed that dragon? Did you slay that beholder?
Make a
That
perception
wingman
check.
bit?
Because I need to save him from this. I can't have him break his vows. It is a 17.
Yeah,
very small.
You see this. They're sort of at the front
Okay,
near the band, and she's just kind of, you know, there, and you can see Wes just looks very awkward, and just, you know.
I'll go over and grab the shot out of his hand
Okay.
and drink it so he doesn't have to.
Um.
And I,
Okay. Yeah.
and I'll just be like, I'll pretend I'm a bit drunk. I'll just be like, this guy right here, he is the man, the strongest paladin in all of the Empire. You
yeah.
have a good time with this man right here. And then he'll walk off.
Wow, some people have had too many raspberry vodkas, haven't they? God.
Who is that?
Oh, it's just, you know, some guy that I have to look after, you know. To look after him, you know.
Why would you like look after him? Like he's just your friend that you kind of look after, or like, is there something wrong with him? Like, do you do this for like charity?
I mean, he's very charitable, but I just have to look after him. He gets himself in a bit of bother, and, you know.
Yeah, I got
Old
friends
Lester
like
has
that.
to bail him out. Yeah, enough about me. How was your day out with the florist?
Yeah, it was quiet. You know, not many people needing florists at this time of year.
Well, perhaps a business proposition. You should partnership with the Ivans. They had an exquisite garden. Inside they had lilies, very much similar to the ones that you gave us. They were really nice. I'm sure your flowers would look there, though, you know.
Well, you don't
I
really
don't know.
have propositions with the Ivans. They sort of contract people. You know, it's not really like a business contact that you can just make. They kind of they contract people out to do stuff. So yeah, you know, I mean, it would be amazing. Could you like you've been inside their house? Like, could you make that happen? Like, could you make me a contact with them?
I'll be honest. Sorry, I never caught your name. What was your name? I never caught it. We were in such a
it's
rush
okay.
of, you know, heat earlier.
I'm Amber. What's your name?
Amber. It's Wester. It's, it's one thing about the Ivans. It's being a contact of theirs isn't necessarily a good thing. You have to do things you kind of don't want to sometimes, you know. Despite their guards being very nice, you'd be working a lot more than you should, and you know you wouldn't get to go home very often, and things would happen, and you'd work more hours and more hours and more hours.
Go ahead, roll a d20, add your charisma.
Ooh, roll a d20 and add my charisma. 5.
Okay, she sort of is everything okay? Like, I'm sorry if I'm overstepping, because, you know, I've only just met you, but you seem kind of anxious, and that conversation kind of got a little off track. Like, are you in danger?
Well, necessarily. I'm also looking out for, and I'll gesture back to the group, and I'll say, I'm also looking out for, danger has a way of finding them, and someone has to eliminate said danger.
So you're like the protector then? You like protect them?
Yeah, I help redeem them.
That is so cool. So are you like a cleric or like a paladin? Because you have all like the armor set up. So like I'm assuming you're some like a holy warrior or something.
Yeah, I'm a paladin. You know, just nothing too special.
Oh,
though,
that's
ordinary.
so cool. She sort of touches the top of your arm.
Westerwell tense his arm so much. Like tense his arm. Like tense his arm.
Okay.
Yeah, so
The armor just like
armor shatters.
The armor creaks even above the music.
Yeah. Like the record scratch stops, everyone just looks at me. Yeah. So, yeah. Have you always been a florist?
Yeah, I never wanted to be, but I kind of just took over the family business. Yeah.
Oh, you know, sometimes following in your family's footsteps isn't always the correct thing to do. You've got to branch out and make your own lifestyle.
Say you wanted to tend to your shrubbery.
Oh no. Oh no. Wester's like a dolphin. Let me say that. Except his face, he's got like a scraggly beard.
I wanted to be like a herbalist. My mother was really ill, so I wanted to try and find a cure for her or a medicine, but yeah, she unfortunately she died when I was younger, so I had to help my dad out with a florist shop, because I mean he was getting old, so I said I'd help him out. I mean he's retired now, so I'm the only one running the shop. Yeah.
Oh. Is your father in the Empire? No?
Oh yes, he lives here. We live in a small house just on the outskirts of the North District. It's not the nicest place, but it's a roof over our heads, I suppose.
The reason I ask is because my father lives here too. You know, just we've got very similar backstories. You know, very similar indeed.
Does your dad work in a shop?
Yes, in a way.
What does he work as?
Blacksmith.
Oh, yeah. Do you live here as well, in Schorheim?
I'm a little bit of a wanderer per se. Like I had a home, and then I ended up going to the Twilight Academy, and then all about. I've never really had a place to call home for the last few years.
Oh, yeah.
Excuse me, guys, but are you gonna kiss at some point? Because you guys seem to be getting along perfectly well.
Her hand is still on his shoulder, and when you come over and say that, she just sort of like removes her hand and just kind of.
Oh, you didn't mean to live in the moment. I'll be over there.
Sorry, Amber. You know, duty calls sometimes, and I've got to help this friend to where he won't lose all his coin or end up sleeping face down in a gutter. But if I need any more flowers, I'll.
You know where I am.
Call to the forest.
I'm in the florist 6 days a week.
Oh, perhaps you should make it 5 and have 2 teas off.
Maybe.
And I'll just turn and go, and I'll just look, and I'll be like,
Aww. What a shame. What a shame.
him to never find love.
Oh.
I reckon you can make it work with the florist. I reckon it's possible. Not tonight, but next time we're back. It is indeed.
What you need, Wester, you just need some. You need some ready-made lines that you could just throw out there, like you mentioned, like 6 days. She's in the florist 6 days. She said, so you could say, so that means your nights are free, and then you can just sort of, give her the finger guns, and do that. I'm a bit of a, I'm quite the romantic.
I don't doubt that, Hamish, and I'll pull my arm over him and I'll pull him in close and say, Hamish, I've never had a relationship with anybody. I spent my time looking after my mum and dad and siblings. I like to read books. So all of this you're talking about, I've never done. I've never spent the night with anybody, so perhaps once I save the world, then maybe they'll come flocking to me as they have to you. You can see there's like almost a snide remark under it, like he's taking the piss.
Well, Hamish doesn't get that snide remark at all and thinks it's genuine. He's like, yeah, well, I've got to bat them away. They keep coming from all angles, They never leave me alone. So,
you just see like everybody sort of parting away from them as they walk through.
Yeah.
Well, Hamish, just keep the same mentality of batting people away when it comes to Kevin Amber. Just keep that same mentality, and you'll do fine.
Yeah, I'm gonna find me a mermaid. It's gonna be great. I hope it's the way round where they got the fish head on the top and then human bottom half.
That's the creepiest thing you've ever fucking said on stream.
I will grab Hamish by the wrists and say, don't ever let me hear you say those words again. Royalty or not.
It? Hey, I didn't say that. Hamish said it, so it's fine.
And Wester said it to Hamish, so it's fine.
Fine.
Vulgar.
Yeah, absolutely disgusting. I do apologise.
We love you, really. We love you, really.
Yeah.
All gravy. I'll just go back to sitting on the booth and being like that.
Make a perception check.
Boyfriend. Oh shit. Oh no. This is not good. I was close to a 19, but it is 10.
10? Okay. You notice every now and then Amber just shoots a look over in your direction before she notices you looking, and she sort of turns away and continues doing whatever she's doing.
Okay, I'll
Does Oberon notice that?
Make a perception check with disadvantage.
the lost the girlfriend come to steal mine potentially.
No, it's more in lines of if he notices it, he will prompt you to go. That's a 5.
Well, she rolled a 2 on her stuff.
Oh my
so yeah, no, you notice it.
Oberon kind of leans to where Wester is and goes, oh, she's clearly interested. She's take your chance.
I respect it more coming from you because you are the only one I've seen hold down a stable relationship. But
I'm surprised as well. Yeah.
currently, other than me getting a partner, let's focus on helping you with yours. Not in a bad way, but I just want to see you succeed because I do like you. You're quite cool.
Thank you.
Right, I've got your back.
At the very least, we periodically visit her at the florists, have a conversation.
I'll regale her about all the times I've had to save you guys from whatever it is.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'll
Good
keep
start.
that in mind. Good idea, but you know, let's keep it on the down low and not make a big deal of it right now because we've got a job to do and you know, Ulks is a bit more of a priority than Amber is.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, I'll clap over on the shoulder and go, eyes up, come on, we've got a job to do and perhaps we might see Hamish fall asleep on the dance floor being too drunk. Might see it, it might be funny.
That would be funny.
Okay. So, Law and Nell, what are you guys doing?
I've just kind of been vibing by myself. You know,
Doing
laughing
the
at
bar.
Hamish and Wester, just, you know,
Okay.
kind of
Yeah.
doing my thing. I'm not really bothered.
Okay, cool. You're just doing your thing, dancing your woodland dance.
Linda!
Do the woodland dance again.
Yeah, Laura,
Do the woodland dance again. Yeah, do that. Do the woodland dance again.
Woodland dance just makes me think of safety dance. No, it's in my head.
Hey, okay,
also
I
doing
have
woodland
never
dance.
said that I am a good dancer. Okay, ever. And I never will.
It's called the woodland dance because you should only ever do it alone in the woods. That's it.
Lord,
Law.
Yeah, Laura's gonna down her drink. And then go talk to the Genasi.
Oh shit!
Okay. Yep, so you walk up to the water genasi. He's got blue slicked back hair. This turns into almost seaweed green at the tips of his hair. He's got very, very light blue ocean eyes.
Do you smell a fish?
No. No, he doesn't. He's got almost like a shell choker necklace on.
Douche.
Yeah, so you head up to him. Well, hi there.
Good evening. How's it going?
Better now. Better now you've walked up to me.
Oh, really? I was looking for someone to buy a drink for. What you having?
Well, I mean, if you're buying a drink, I'll have a beer.
Okay. I'll go grab a beer and another wine for me.
Okay. Well, thank you. So it takes.
How much is that, money-wise?
The wine was 3. The beer is going to be about 1, so about 4 copper pieces.
Beautiful. Remove. Cool. I cheers to him and sip my wine.
So, what's your name?
I'm Law. Yourself?
Ah, Dreylock.
Sorry, what?
Dreylock. DRE''LOCK.
Beautiful.
Mm.
Right there.
Note taking here, guys.
You alright, Callum?
Yeah, it's just a bit like watching the start of a really shit porno. But go on.
What? That's so rude.
Well, Callum,
And
if
it's-
you want to know,
it's
this is
so-
how the majority of guys flirt. And it's this cringy when guilds are, you know.
Thought it was majorly over Snapchat.
I'm
Like,
only
please
joking.
say that.
I'm only.
Hey girl,
I
you
joke.
up?
It's fine. You carry on. It's fun.
I mean, we could just skip it and say that they end up going upstairs.
Oh,
No, I want to see. I want to see.
small talk.
No. This is gold. You carry on, please.
Wester, take notes. This is
Hang on. Let me find my wah pedal. Let's get it. Proper porno vibes.
Oh my god.
Does he have like a mustache as well?
No.
A really thick one.
No, it doesn't.
No,
It
no,
doesn't
that's
have a
taste.
mustache. Clean shaven. He looks like a proper fuckboy.
Oh, has he got a white
does that
shirt
mean?
on? That's wet because
Yeah.
of the water.
Yeah, he's got a white
To
shirt
see
that's like
through it.
unbuttoned at the top too. You know, he's got like
What does
slim
that mean?
fitting trousers. You know, you know the type. You know the type.
But I've got my fleece undone now. Zip it up.
Fuck boy.
Yeah.
Tell me you're
Showing
old
your
without
age,
telling me
Callum.
you're old.
Yeah, showing your age there.
Okay, yeah, Meg, Law, what are
I'm
you
not
doing?
old. Don't let the grey and the beard fool you.
So, Law, what are you doing?
Chatting with him. I guess I'm gonna say, so what's your plans for this evening? Just having a good time, or?
Just living in the here and now. All by yourself.
I've been told I need to learn to live in the here and now. So
Well-
maybe if you'd be kind enough to let me join you.
I can hear
Dirty
the cringe.
Careless whisper by the band comes on.
It's even better.
In my head
It's-
is a whole new world from Aladdin right now. That's what the vibe is.
And it's even worse because Meg's partner is sat right next to her. Watching the
This is
stream.
the one. Need Hamish careless whisper on the flute.
Do, 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 do. So that was already a thing in the other campaign when I was playing in.
Mm.
Ooh. Well, I mean, if you want to learn how to live in the here and now, I can certainly teach you.
I'm down.
Great. Do you have a room here? Or should we go to mine?
I don't. Let's go to yours.
Well, this way. And he sort of puts his arm out.
Laura's gonna, like, take it.
And you see him look around, and suddenly, from across the bar, you just hear a couple of boys go, "Hey,
Hey, hey!
hey, hey!"
Like
As
a night in
you
Cardiff.
all look and see Law walking away with this guy. We are going to fade to black there. We're not going to do that thing.
that.
Oh,
We're not
where you
giving-
off to, bruv? Is it behind the buffer bins, is it?
We ain't
That's when
gonna
you get
do the
Cardiff.
fucking give the perverts in this group the satisfaction.
Beautiful.
The
all I
two of
wanted.
which were just playing that out, by the way.
It's not my fault Laura's a whore. I'm just saying.
It's not my fault my players
She's
decide
a
to make whole
student.
characters. I mean, that's true.
In more fairness, this is the first whore I've ever played. Most of my characters are usually really, really uptight.
Pretty sure Amethyst was asexual, you said, right?
She was, yeah. Nothing like that at all.
The horror Rylak and his shenanigans
Don't.
was enough.
Oh
Let's
god, that was
not
was
bring
something.
those up.
dragon.
They were something else.
Why not?
Please do tell the story. Do
No.
tell, do
I will
tell.
tell the
We
story
will-
later.
At the end
We'll
of
tell
the
you later,
campaign, there
yeah.
was a throuple. One of them was a dragon.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
One of them was a dragon,
There's
the
some
other
shit.
one was another player who was living with us in the flat.
There's your porno.
Jesus.
I'm not that
Eventually
bad.
it was. Before it was a thruple, when it was just a couple, it was horrifying.
Especially because one of them was Amethyst's brother.
Yeah.
I even walked out the tent naked. I remember.
Fucking Ben,
Just sort
man.
of stood there in
Fucking
front of
Ben,
Ben, man.
Amethyst. She was
Right,
crying.
Called Amethyst the prude, basically.
Yeah.
He wasn't even a bard. He was a sorcerer.
Chat, what's the strangest relationship your characters have had? Please, put it in the chat.
See, this is
Share
why.
the
This is when I
weirdness.
reconsider DMing for people ever again. Anyway, we're fading.
Honestly, I think I'm quite tame, to be fair.
Compared to Rylick, yes. But we're going to fade to black there for law. What are the rest of you doing for the evening? Are you heading back to the Eld's Nook?
West there is 100% gonna wait until the morning, just like wait round, just in case Law sends Skies is saying that she needs, like, this can sound weird, help in the sense that like something's going wrong. But
Yeah.
like, oh, come help us out.
Oh, bless
He's gonna
him.
like wait to help out. He's just gonna wait
God.
outside.
Okay. Well, nothing bad goes wrong for the night. No Skysis
He's happy
comes.
with-
However,
He's happy sitting outside.
you're staying outside the Ivy Arch, yeah?
Yeah, he'll sit there. Yeah.
Okay. What are the other three doing?
Oberon will have a few more drinks and then stumble back to the
Okay.
to the tavern.
Okay. Hamish?
Hamish will share a few drinks with Oberon actually, and then stumble back with Oberon,
Okay.
singing down the street.
Yeah.
And but then once he gets in his room and he closes the door, the smile changes to tears, and he goes in front of the mirror and cries because it's another night alone.
So, before you do that, we'll get back to that in a second. Nell, what are you doing?
Sorry.
Jesus. She's just going to
So
continue
dark.
vibing, completely sober. They're just vibing, you know, having a great time, and just kind of follows behind them at home.
Okay. So,
And then-
Oberon, you are far too drunk to see this. You just sort of scramble up to your bed. But Hamish and Nell, specifically, you guys see someone waiting in the corner of the tavern with a cup of tea when you get home.
Is it that stupid little reporter? I swear to Christ.
No, this woman is tall, with brown hair, slightly curled, wearing a green dress
Okay.
and a necklace
Sorry,
of
out of
diamonds.
character. Is Hamish actually drunk, or are you taking the piss?
He's not drunk. He's merry. He's fine.
That's enough. That's plenty. Okay, fine.
So
I'm gonna
this
kind of
is
shove
Molly.
Hamish towards the stairs. Like, go to bed.
Okay. Hamish will go up to bed then.
Actually,
He's received his instructions.
may I have a word with Hamish? You're welcome to stay
Oh,
as well
God.
now, but I need to speak to Hamish.
Okay. Aye, go for it.
Really? Are you sure?
Come take a seat. And she gestures to two seats for you and Nell. And you can see the barman, who usually this time of night, you know, that would usually shut a bar and usually would have gone home by now, seems to have been staying up and is dressed very smartly. Everything seems to have been cleaned. They're really putting on a show for Molly. This is very unusual for her to be here.
Okay.
How can I help you, Molly?
So, as I said earlier, your father obviously once gets an idea in your mind, it's hard to change his mind. Your mother, on the other hand, didn't necessarily want you to go. She misses you,
Well,
Hamish.
that's news to me. She misses me. Well,
I can
why is
put
it
you...
taking her so many years to find a way to get that message to me?
You disappeared, Hamish. And you know what your father's
No, I
like?
didn't.
He wouldn't let us see you.
I did not disappear. I was banished by that rule. The stupid rule they have there. Got to prove yourself. All macho and so out of date. rubbish.
Well, nonetheless, your father wouldn't let her see you. And by the time he had forgotten about you, it'd been too long to be able to trace you. Look, I've come here to offer an opportunity to set up a meeting with her, if you wish.
Just her, not my father.
Just her. I dread to think what your father may do if he found out. And my husband, for a matter of fact, so please keep this between us.
That's very kind. Why would you help me like that?
Because unlike my husband, regardless of what happened, if I lost my children, I would do anything to see them. And I feel your mother would do the same. A mother's bond to a child. One a father could not understand when they're as psychopathic as our husbands. As you know, your father and my husband have one thing in common, and that is power and fear. Anything that could threaten that, they ignore or destroy, which would include the bond with their children.
Yeah. The man was willing to see me go, why adopt me, and then say that I'm not worthy once I get to that age. So cruel. But thank you. I'll take you up on that offer. Is there anything I can do for you? I mean, with regards to your
just stay out
other
of trouble.
half. Okay. Stay out of more trouble, but okay.
And please don't go dragging my name through the mud by making more mischief when it comes to your mother. And obviously keep this secret from my husband. The last thing I would want is for him to find out, or your father.
I think we can both agree on that.
Well, quite.
But thank you for coming all this way. Can I at least buy you a drink?
I think not. I'd better get back before my husband finds out that I'm missing.
Okay.
She
Well,
nods her head
thank
and
you.
stands up.